up top other than like 3 or 4 guys. That's it.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love it, man. All right, so only one pick left. It's the Patriots, and Jared Ivey still hasn't been taken, nor has Logan Brown. So there we go. All right, moving along here to the next draft pick was Warren Brinson out of Georgia. Right, defensive tackle to the best of my knowledge. PFF is showing him at 6'4", 310 pounds. Go check the RAS card for the exact measurements. Starting in 2020, 44.5, 67.7, 72.3. 2023 jumps all the way to a 79.1. And then 2024 falls back to a 73.9, which is still a solid grade here. Like I said, interior defensive lineman, a run defense grade of 75.5, pass rush grade of 65.1, and a overall defensive grade, like we said, of 73.9. We'll start with you this time, Tim. What do you think about that pick with Warren Brinson? Goody was going to get some defensive line. He's just going to do a little later. What?
That's what the sentiment I had when we left today. I thought, wow, this is a defensive day, and that's what we got. And I think here we go, another Bulldog, right? Another Georgia Bulldog drafted by Goody. So Brinson, Drew D, right on schedule, 8.99 RAS. Ooh. So there's some explanation for this pick right there. Pretty decent RAS score, and I guess I was just wrong. I thought we'd go this route maybe a little bit earlier. We certainly, the brass at 1265 had other plans, and I think it worked out for the best. Honestly, what the hell do I know, right? We got our receivers. We got better on the O line, and I think we've got some depth now at D line, especially with guys like TJ Slayton not in the mix anymore, and you've got some uncertainty with some of the other guys. So I like the Warren Brinson pick a lot. What about you, Excelio?
Yeah, I like it a lot too. I think what got me thinking about that was at dinner the other night, Clay, when they were asking Bull about, what would you think about playing with Nazir again? Mm-hmm. And I was thinking, Stackhouse, we had him as a D lineman. He's from Georgia as well. Okay, maybe that could be another target down the road.
I don't mean to cut you off. Explain what you mean by him saying that at dinner. You overheard him say that to Drew Rosenhaus and another gentleman at the dinner table across from him.
Right, yeah, exactly. I think they were asking Bull, saying, hey, well, how would it be, if Nazir came or something along those lines? And it just kind of got me thinking, like, hey, that really could be a possibility here. I mean, we could go D-line, it could be a Georgia, and when looking at the board, I was all right, well, that's kind of really, really far down on ours, kind of a later guy, but it doesn't end up being him. It ends up being Warren. I'm not mad at that at all. You get a dog from, a championship caliber team. He's gone to that well before. It's a Georgia well. He's used to it. He's familiar with it. Goody is, and I think it's another good pull, another one to bring in competition, man. And what we saw a lot was, -5 RAS, -5 RAS, -3. Like Goody got a lot of guys with high RAS as it seemed later in the draft this year as well.
Yep.
What about you, Jacob? How you feeling about Warren Brinson out of Georgia?
I'll be honest. That was the first. I sent you guys a text message. You didn't respond. It's not a big deal. I don't even care about it. I literally said, I was like, this is the first one. I had no idea who this was. I didn't look into him whatsoever. Didn't even recognize the name. I'm not going to BS you guys. But when I look down, of course, he is on the board. He's down there just in the quite a bit farther down. Thank you. Yeah, no, like I said, you guys absolutely crushed it. When you look at his PFF grades, it's like you understand exactly why the Packers did what they did here. 6'4", 310. Georgia, like all the signs point to it. Hey, you know what? Even somebody that I trust more than my father, Daryl, said that he's never heard of Brinson. So when you want to hear, that's what I'm saying, man. We're on the same page here, and I really like it though. When you watch him, I actually pull up his YouTube. Even if you just want to look at his highlights, you see a glimpse of what he can do, and I think that's going to be pretty cool. I think that might be the closest thing to a TJ Slayton replacement. Would you guys agree?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. They're probably going to get him to play 1 sec out. Mandy running the damn chainsaw in the kitchen.
Come on, Manders.
Yeah, to play 1 sec, I would imagine is the plan there, right? Let him kind of work him along there a little bit. I don't think he's going to be contributing significant snaps anytime soon, but who knows, man? He may go into camp and you look up and go, "Hey, this dude's a dog," right?
Hey, this
Yeah,
makes me feel better. Coach says, "Me too." No clue who Brinson was. Thank you. I feel all right.
There you go. All right, so got a little company there for sure. All right, moving on to the next one.